So evening guys, and here is an evening wind down Pilates session. So I've had a lovely day here. I'm in Halsham, staying in Halsham House, which is just down the road from my parents. It's my mum's 70th today, and we've had a kind of strange celebration because they're shielding during this COVID-19 pandemic. So we've only been able to really sit in their garden. It rained a bit, so we've been coming backwards and forwards, trying to entertain the kids and trying not to touch anything, birthday cake and all of that. Really quite difficult. So glass of something to wind down. I'm not advocating drinking along with exercise, but sometimes it's nice. So this is an evening wind down Pilates. I don't know what your day has been like, but I thought I'd tell you about mine today just to set the scene and why we need just a little bit of good breathing and a little bit of nice movement just to settle down for the evening. So we're actually going to start standing up. Hope I can still be in shot, which is nice. Feet hip width apart, and actually we've got some lovely grass here in this hall, in this house, so I'm just going to take my socks off, and it's really nice to stand on the grass. So if you have that opportunity yourself, feet down on the grass. I'm just hoping there's no ants or anything that's going to sting me. Lift and separate your toes. Push down into your toes gently and just feel the ground through your feet. Put your hands on your hips. And then I just want you to tilt the pelvis, tucking under, sticking your bottom out. Your back may be aching from whatever you've been up to today. Lots of sitting, lots of hard work, lots of bending over with kids. That kind of thing can make things a little bit achy. Good, and if you take your weight from side to side. So it just reminds me that I just Googled the house that we're staying in, Halsham House in East Yorkshire, and I realised that it's been on Most Haunted because of a poltergeist. Episode 18, Most Haunted. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to watch it when I go home. So taking the weight from leg to leg, squeezing up through that leg and then the other one. Good. We're going to actually lift one heel now. Your feet need to be a little bit closer than hip width apart now, and swap. Can you hear the fountain in the background? It's really pretty. Good. Roll and drop the shoulders, ribs down. Lovely. And squeeze one glute and the other. Brilliant. Really stretching through the feet and the ankles. Feet and ankles can get swollen by the evening and just feel a little bit stiff. Or even if they're not feeling anything, mine weren't today, but actually my feet do feel a bit tight and it's nice to move them. Good. Stepping your feet out. I'm going to stay on the grass. It's really lovely. Just a little bit damp from the rain we had today. Tuck your bottom under, knees pointing out. Squat down and up, nice and slow, your tailbone coming straight down towards the floor. You're going to see it get darker as I'm filming today. I'm hoping it's going to work. I had to wait for the kids to go to sleep before I came out. It's about 20 to 10. But actually I was dying to film this. Stay down and just glide from side to side and stretch out. Just has a different vibe at this time of night. So just relax. You're not trying to push or gain anything from it. You're just wanting to wind down. Brilliant. Good, and if we just stay to one side and stretch over with one arm, just lunging into that side and stretching over. Good, and then come to the other side. Don't want to hold for too long. Don't want any tension building up in the body particularly. Brilliant. Bringing the legs in and stand on the end of the mat. I want you to take a really nice deep breath in. Breathe out, drop the chin and curl all the way down. Breathing in. And you should feel the air come to the back lower part of your lungs. Breathe out and try and sink that little bit further down. Then bend and straighten each knee here, allowing yourself to sink. Breathing in and out. coming down onto your hands and knees. Brilliant. And I just want you to rock forwards and backwards there, keeping your tummy working, and we're just stretching through the wrists. Good time to have a drink. Good. Side to side with the hands and just stretching over one side at a time. Lovely. It gets darker a bit later up here compared with in London where we live, which is interesting. Tuck one hand under. Good. And place it down and tuck the other. So nice stretches through the wrists and the forearms, always good. Okay, sit back into the heels and then come forward. I don't want you to space anything out any further. So as you sit back, I want the shoulders to come down, and you see my bottom still lifted up a little bit. And then as you come forwards, drop the shoulders and drop the hips. Some people find that a little bit awkward. So we're not actually staying there for long. Good. You can breathe in as you open out there. Breathe out as you sit back through the heels. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Settle in the middle. I want you to arch and drop. Arch and drop. Good. Now I'd like you to stretch that arm up. Back of the hand pushes through. Thread the needle, stretching up. I just want you to think about stabilising through the arm, and you're almost doing a single arm press up there as you bend the elbow. Last one. Good, and then we're going to swap sides. Good, and stretch through. 2, 3, 4. Good, excellent. Okay, so let's turn onto our sides. And I want both arms to the front and your head to come down to the mat. If you want to just shove a pillow or a rolled up jumper or something underneath your head, you can. If you breathe in as the arm comes up, breathe out as it comes over, and you're rotating that chest. Good, and then come back to the front again. Breathing in, breathing out. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to brighten up the end of this video here. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Shame there isn't a nice sunset behind me. The sun does actually set back there. And out. Good. And then we're going to come on to the other side. Good stuff. Good. Breathing in, breathing out and over. Good. Breathing in, breathe out. Nice twist of the back. You might get a few clicks if you're lucky. Good. And again. Nice. Good. Okay. From there, we'll come up again onto the hands and knees, and I want you to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and stretch up with the left, and then the right arm's coming up. That back knee can stay on the floor, by the way, and then the elbow to the floor. Keep that breathing going. Breathe in and out and elbow down, and again breathe in and out and elbow down. That elbow may not come down to the floor, by the way. Good. Step the other leg forwards. Breathing in and elbow down. Breathing in and elbow down. 3 and 4. Good. Okay. Coming back down, and I just want you to come into sitting. And let's have the legs out in a V. This may be enough for you to start with. Just push your chest forwards and push your hands out behind, and that should just stretch that inner thigh a little bit there. But then we'll stretch the arms out, and I want you to stretch forwards with the opposite arm. You may not be able to touch the toes, but don't worry about that. And across, stretch the other arm back. 3. Not too many. 1 more each side. Good. And then we're just going to cross the legs and come up tall and take the head over to one side. We've got to stretch out that neck, lowering the other hand to the floor. I'm trying to work out whether I can see bats flying around. That would be quite cool. Add to the haunted feel. Other side. It's a creaky old place. I think that might be. Can you see? That's pretty cool. Anyway, because it's an Airbnb, there's people walking around upstairs, and it is built in the 1500s, 1540 something, I think. How cool is that? Roll the shoulders. There's definitely a bat. Good. Stretch both arms up. You could be sitting on a chair, by the way. Side to side. Good. And then from here, I don't think I've got much light left, to be honest, so let's just come up and over, really stretching over. 3 on each side. 2, 3. Lovely. And the other side, swap round and coming up onto your knees. 1, 2, drop the shoulder now. 3, lovely. Okay, I think we'll quit while we're ahead. Tuck your toes under, stretch your bottom up, down into your heels. Bend and straighten each knee, pushing down. Nice breath as well. Walk your hands towards your feet and hang there, and hopefully you're a little bit lower than when you started. Breathe in and out a couple of times and curl back up. Good. Now then, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and hope you benefited as much as I did. I think I'm going to come closer so you can see me. And here we are in the twilight. So join me for any of the other workouts I have on my channel. Lots of lockdown recovery HIIT workouts. Wanted to get into HIIT training then. Go for it. Please subscribe to my channel. Click like and share with your friends. Take care, guys.